Hey, fellow theme park buffs and, well, true believers, England here, and we've got to talk about this. So apparently, the coronavirus has now shut down Disney, starting on the 15th. I'm going to go this weekend, kids, just to see how it is, because it isn't exactly slow. I mean, you know, it's actually busier than normal because of the new price system at the Magic Kingdom and out at Disney Springs and everything, because they started showing everyone where the slow days are by changing it. So like if you go on a busy time, you have to pay $150. If you go on a slow time, you only pay $120 or $130 or something like that. It's just freaking ridiculous, the price.
How much is it for Corona time?
Apparently. So there's an official word, by the way. Magic Kingdom is going to be closing, and Universal. I worked at Universal. I knew people. Like one of my leads actually ended up being head of attractions over at Universal. So I used to get all sorts of, oh well, yeah, we're waiting for this, and we're going to see that, and blah blah blah. Like I knew about Harry Potter before, a lot of the maintenance did and such. That was really cool. But anyway, So anyway, they decided they're going to close the Magic Kingdom and Universal Studios starting on the 15th. So this weekend I will go out there, see how it is and everything.
It's going to be swamped.
My guess is, yeah, people are going to get in that last minute park time because they're not closing where I work. You guys, I was saying, oh, it's more bullshit than what you actually believe. You know what? Let me read off their official statement and all that, because there's actually an unofficial statement. In an abundance of caution in the best interest of our guests and employees, we are proceeding with the closure of the theme parks at Walt Disney World Resort in Florida, Disneyland Paris Resort, beginning at the close of business on Sunday, March 15th through the end of the month. In Disneyland, Disney World Florida and Disneyland Paris. What about Disneyland California? Disney Cruise Lines will suspend all new departures beginning Saturday, March 14th through the end of the month. The Walt Disney Company will pay its cast members during that closure period. That's good. But here we go, gang. The hotels at both Walt Disney World and Disney World Paris will remain open until further notice. The retail and dining complexes, Disney Springs, that's where I work at the movie theater, at Walt Disney World and Disney Village at Disneyland Paris will remain open. Domestic Walt Disney Company employees who are able to work from home and are being asked to do so, including those at Walt Disney World Studios, Walt Disney Television, ESPN, blah, 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 yada, yada. That's why I was calling Ultimate BS. Serious. Because they're keeping, they're just closing the parks. They're not closing everything at Disney.
Well, isn't the whole point of the whole closing thing is to not have a bunch of people gathered at one time?
Which is going to make that now the only entertainment people are going to be finding is at Disneyland Paris. Disney Village. The fucking hell. It's got a name. It's called the freaking Disney Springs now. It started off as the Village, and that's why I'm saying this. But Jesus, Lord in heaven. And I already remembered I remember I just messed up our no F word on, because I'm streaming both on I Love Comics and on Homegrown Tourist, because I knew I was going to drop an F-bomb somewhere in here.
Your channel, man.
So long, Mouseketeers.
Yeah. So here's the thing. You're closing down 4 freaking theme parks, and now the only entertainment they have, the only place they have to go is one shopping complex. You morons. You're morons. Jesus, Lord in heaven. First of all, it's panic. Wash your freaking hands and take care of yourself. They've been saying this since the beginning. And what's worse is if you say, wash your hands and take care of yourself. Oh, well, you're just not taking this. You're not taking this serious enough because you're not panicking. You're not vigilant. Is that the new story? Is that what we're doing here?
But this is always what happens whenever there's a new hysteria. They do this every time with every new variation on a sickness or even just, any kind of conspiracy. That's why, for one thing, I'm not giving in to conspiratorial thinking. I'm a firm believer in the infinites of the infinity of human stupidity. And if there's ever a case for it, it's things like this. Because, guys, the flu, the common flu, and the common cold both kill more people than this new flashy pandemic that everyone is going all zombie land over. Guys.
And you are prone to being sick.
Yeah, I'm physically disabled and, frail as, a pane of sheet glass. But still, that being said, I don't give a crap about this new panic and coronavirus, because this has exactly the parameters of mass bloody hysteria. Like, I'm half expecting Bill Murray to show up and go, dogs and cats living together, etc., etc. Seriously,
can we officially call this the day the Earth stood still?
Basically, but is it the old black and white version, or is it the Keanu Reeves one?
The old black and white version. That one was better.
I actually don't mind the Keanu Reeves version.
I don't mind it, but the old one was still better.
Okay, so I've got it. Look, I'm leaving the politics out of this for the most part. You know my conspiracy on that. The thing that gets me, and this is my conspiracy theory, not in politics, but what has to do with Walt Disney World. And this is my conspiracy. This is why I think they're doing what they're doing. If they were really worried about people gathering the way they're making it out to be, they wouldn't have left Disney Springs open. Now, I'm glad that they didn't, because Disney Springs is, in one way I am, because Disney Springs is a collection of companies. Not everything out there is Disney. So it's not necessary that, or not necessarily everyone who works out at Disney Springs, should they close it, will be paid for the time off. And for that, I could be grateful. But what I think is going on is, in the last few weeks, there's been a Jungle Cruise boat sink. There was or at least in a month or so, there was a fire on the People Mover. The People Mover slammed into somebody. They left the maintenance doors open on the Haunted Mansion. There was the closure for Haunted Mansion. I'm thinking, this is my conspiracy on why Disney is closing, is that they are going to use this as an excuse to do the maintenance that they should have been scheduled regularly.
So they're using this as a cover because they keep fucking up?
Yes, that's my conspiracy. Get politics out of it. Why is Disney closing? Just talk about this. And I absolutely believe it's because Magic Kingdom has been falling apart, and they are going to be using this as an excuse to shut down and do a big rollout.
I don't think it was intended to be a cover, but I think there are some people who are considering using it like one.
Oh, absolutely.
I think Disney released the coronavirus in Hong Kong. No.
It doesn't go that far. What I'm saying is they're using this as an excuse. Like we are like 2 weeks away from flu season being done. And they're just saying they're going to be closed until the end of March, which, by the way, guys, for freaking Disney, it's unheard of. It is that this has never happened before. They may have closed a day here or a day there. They would never do this.
It's just hysteria, and this is why I'm so viscerally angry about this. Because if there's one thing that gets under my skin, it's hysteria for poorly thought out reasons and an excuse to not think. And this is exactly what this is. This is exactly what every single time this kind of thing happens is. People's, the threat level goes right back to the, amygdala and the id and the lizard brain, and people's brains just shut off. It doesn't matter that this kills less people than the regular flu. It doesn't matter that this kills less people than the common cold. It doesn't matter that it's primarily localized in the Asian countries where, hygiene is crap on the best of days. And it doesn't matter that, fewer than like 30 people in America even have the dang thing. but oh my God, there's a threat. Therefore, indignation over every little thing and hysteria, and you know, I'm half expecting somebody to be like, you know what, this is the witch's fault somewhere. I'm sure some fundamentalist somewhere is going to make that case, and I'm going to laugh hysterically at them. But like,
So what you're saying is we need an inquisition?
I'm saying if people don't turn their frontal lobes on and engage them, then we're probably going to get one at the end of this.
Yeah, I don't buy into this. I just don't.
People
So
actually
anyway,
stopped eating at Chinese food restaurants.
not me. It's still good food, man.
Yeah, I just had fried rice today.
DW Washburn, the stupidity of this virus is more dangerous than the coronavirus. I agree. Would it be petty to say this news excites me? Says Nathan Cole. No, not at all. It's actually is exciting news as far as all this is concerned. Cleveland Brown, boo to the open borders. Stop it, whatever. Let's see. Go to Winchester, have a pint, and wait for this to blow over.
Yeah,
That's good.
I mean,
Go to the
bunker
Winchester.
down,
Let's have
beer.
it. Yep. That's from Shaun of the Dead.
I love that
Have
movie.
you seen the video from Thailand showing monkeys fighting for food since the people that feed them aren't going out? No, I want to see that now. You guys are having the chat even with the virus. Aren't y'all afraid of it? Yeah, we're actually, most of them are, that's why they're not revealing their face, because they don't want to be exposed to the virus. Abba Green, so you think Bill and Bella, yeah. Disagree on the flu part, says Nathan Cole. The Inquisition, here we go. Nobody expects the Corona Inquisition. And should I go buy some extra food? Apparently, you need to beat somebody up over toilet paper.
Toilet paper's been fine. I went to the store 2 days ago. Over here, we're fine.
I know. I have seen no panic whatsoever. Now that Disney's closing, this place is going to shut the freaking hell down. They are the theme parks are the biggest employers in Central Florida.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is going to cause some problems here. I'm going to be auctioning off a lot of shit on Saturday.
All right. Yeah. I hate to do this, but I really have to dip out right now. There's something that I need to go handle. If it's still on later, I might come back. So.
All righty. I don't know how long we're going to run this. This is basically a kind of rantish kind of topic anyway, but
we'll have fun with the coronavirus.
I'm sure we will.
People, it's not that bad.
I'm sure we will, but I'm looking on the page. Not a lot of people are talking about this. I'm actually surprised. I thought that the crew would have something more to say. But there's also, if you guys have noticed, I changed my background again because there's another closing. And that is this right here. They are pushing this back. I freaking said it a long time ago, and I'm starting to believe. At first, they had me fooled. I was thinking, oh, wow, we're going to get in theaters. I was wrong. Oh, Englentine, you are never wrong. They're pushing New Mutants and Mulan back. So there you go. I did see Bloodshot, by the way, and I put the review for it up on Extreme Movie Show. That
scale of 1 to 10.
Scale of 1 to 10. It's a good solid film. I would say it's about around a 7, maybe 8-ish. Yeah.
All right.
It ends better than it starts, but yeah, there you go, man. Holy Toledo. Once again, I said that we will never see this on the big screen. And every freaking time, it's like Lucy in the freaking football, isn't it? Oh, hey, New Mutants is coming out. Woohoo! All right. Oh, let's take that away from you. You know, it's just I don't think I think they're gonna say screw it. This is too much. Mulan, on the other hand, may get a future date.
I think the good news is because it's part of the coronavirus hysteria, they will release New Mutants whenever it finally blows over.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Because if they honestly wanted to just let it disappear, they wouldn't have done the new trailers and stuff they've been doing. So
You think we'll see it again?
I think if worse comes to worse, though, at least release it on Disney Plus or something.
Yeah, well, once again, I don't think we'll never see it. I think we'll never see it on the big screen. And for a moment, they had me fooled. Let's see, January 11th, 2018, New Mutants was delayed. March 27th, 2018, New Mutants was delayed. May 7th, 2019, New Mutants was delayed. March 12th, 2020.
New Mutants.
But the thing is now they've also taken Mulan with it. Mulan actually looked decent.
I mean, they changed some things. I mean, it looks like a good Asian action film, but it's not the Disney Mulan that a lot of people know.
That's why I think it looks decent. It's because this is one of the only ones that doesn't look like a shot for freaking shot remake. That's one of the reasons why I know I'm the only person who thinks this. I liked Dumbo. I liked Dumbo because it wasn't the movie that I've been watching since I was a little kid. It was something new. It was actually pretty decent. The Beauty and the Beast, screw that. That was garbage. That movie was garbage. Lion King sucked really bad, but Mulan looked like it was gonna be decent.
I am kind of disappointed that we won't get a live action version of Make a Man of You.
Yeah, that
give us the music back. So someone take advantage of this to do research reshoot so we can get the music back. And Mushu. I want Mushu.
You want Eddie Murphy to voice him too?
Honestly, if it were up to me, I'd play Mushu serious this time, so that instead of the comedic sidekick, he is actually the guardian spirit that they kind of lampshaded in the first one. You know how Mushu was supposed to wake up the guardian spirit, and then he broke the statue, and they were like, "Well, I guess we can send you along." I think in this one, especially given that this Mulan is a bit more serious than the other one, it'd be cool if he actually was the guardian spirit for the Fa family.
So Universal's announcement, by the way, and this is what I love about Universal. When I remember I worked at Universal during 9/11. We knew
Oh boy.
we knew about the of course what happened, but our guests didn't. They're on vacation. They're not watching the news. You wake up in the hotel, you get ready, you go. So we had a park full of people that they had no idea. We at the end we had to stand up. We were telling them we were evacuating the theme park, but we weren't allowed to tell them why. But they waited to find out what Disney was doing. They just sat. It was no, we're going to find out what they're doing. Then we're going to be closing. We're waiting for that. And finally, when Disney closed their doors, so did Universal. Universal, by the way, and this is how freaking copycat they can be. Out of abundance of caution to assist with our nation's preventative efforts, Universal, it's a cut and paste of what Disney said. Universal Orlando Resort will temporarily close its theme parks. The closure is effective at the close of business on Sunday, March 15th. We anticipate remaining closed through the end of March, but we'll continue to evaluate the situation. Ari, whatever Disney does, we're going to do. Universal Orlando's hotels and Universal City Walk will remain open. Once again, let's empty out 2 theme parks worth of people into one freaking shopping area. It's not that big, dumbasses. We have created flexible programs for those guests who have booked travel packages. Our tickets with us guests can call this number. They got to have a number there, 877-801-9720. Yes, I just doxed Universal. Core group of team members will continue to work on the site. Hourly team members will be paid for any work scheduled through the end of March. It's the same damn thing Disney said. Man, Universal Studios, I've always joked that they say good enough is enough. hold on just a second. Let me send something here. I just noticed one of the guys I work with is at the is watching on the other channel, so I'm going to offer him to jump on. So, anywho, yeah, it's amazing to me that they do it like that too. I've been through this kind of thing so freaking many times. Just it's ridiculous. It's freaking ridiculous, this whole thing. But what's more ridiculous, if you're going to say that you're trying to protect people, you don't shove 4 theme parks worth of people and give them the only thing that they can possibly do is go to Disney Springs.
We're worried about people amassing into small spaces. So I know what we'll do. We'll make sure that everyone amasses into the smallest space possible.
And one of the most inexpensive forms of entertainment will be that movie theater. That movie theater is going to get hit. Well, that's my expectation. It might be where a whole bunch of people just cancel. I could have it completely different. You know, I may be wrong. Maybe it's going to be Ghost Town because everybody gets afraid of.
Maybe you'll be able to sit in the front row and do like a Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yeah. All righty. I'm assuming Dan561 is the guy I work at the movie theater with. So if you are, I send it to your to the DM there, Dan. But anyway, feel free to jump on. Anybody who knows anything about this could jump on. Mr. D, this channel is no help at all, a waste of time coming here. I'm like, who gives an F about Disney, Milan, theme parks, etc., or talk about something real forgotten? You mean in a on a blog says Disney is closing, now you're overreacting? You came on and was like thinking we were going to talk about something other than Disney closing? You're a fucking retard. I'm sorry, but today's not the day. That's freaking retard right there. I'm sorry.
It's in the title, folks.
Just what I didn't know you're going to talk about because holy Toledo. Oh my goodness gracious!
Title, please.
I didn't know what you get. Are you serious? Get this guy out of here.
Like I was saying earlier, this is the time to engage your frontal lobe. Please engage.
I am hacked, man. The ire is up right now. I am mad. I've cussed a couple of times. This is supposed to go on my Disney Channel as well. I've sworn a couple of times, but this is. We need to bring back the Blue Doctor Strange.
You guys make me hate you.
I know. Well, there you go. There you go. Goodness gracious. So I'm going to send this to there we go. The other one. It's just, it's the stupidity is, it's amazing to me. It really is the stupidity of this whole thing.
Well, yeah, because that's what threat narratives do. They get lodged in the instinctual part of your brain, the threat assessing part of your brain, and completely bypasses the actual thoughtful part of your brain.
Oh, what is it, Toledo? Holy Toledo. I guess Toledo, Ohio. I've said that since I was a little kid. I don't actually know why Toledo is the holy place when something crazy happens, but I've been saying that. Yeah, this is where the coronavirus has started. It's really Toledo, Ohio, I guess. I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know if I have anything else to say. I'm just, oh my God. But so I was actually going to talk about how we were going to do a Disney stream tonight, and it was going to talk about how the new guy Bob Chapek is screwing up Disney with all his cuts and everything, and how everything was breaking down. I'm telling you, they didn't. I don't think they planned like, oh wow, you know what? Well, you know, I think they actually talked about it and said, you know, we could close down for a couple of weeks, use the virus as an excuse, and get shit done. I think they actually said that. And that's my conspiracy, you know, my non-political conspiracy, because we talked. I have a political one as well. This entire panic is Decocrat. It's an election year. That's one of the reasons. England is the only smart one here. Coronavirus be damned. He's the prime example of human health. Damn straight.
Wait, what? Wait, what now? Like, was I not condemning the coronavirus hysteria with exactly as much for?
Yeah, I like Maranya. Maranya here is saying, welcome everyone to Old Man Get Off My Lawn live stream with England Team, the Authenticator, and Mr. E. Well, I didn't expect Disney to close either, but I'm willing to bet money that if the Jungle Cruise didn't have a boat sink, if the Haunted Mansion wasn't closed down for 5 days, that's one of their big guns right there.
Yeah.
That is horrendous for a ride. They won't even put the one of the reasons anyway they used for not putting Nightmare Before Christmas into the Haunted Mansion in Orlando was the fact that it's such a huge attraction for the Magic Kingdom in Orlando that they don't want to close the Haunted Mansion for that long because people would complain incessantly. So for that ride to be down for a few days, that it must have hurt. Yeah, I bet they had a lot of guest complaints, and I'll bet you they used this as an excuse to do some maintenance. Once again, conspiracy. I wasn't involved in it.
Even if they didn't. Yeah, even if they didn't, though, can you imagine being a Disney higher up right now and thinking to yourself, well, okay, this is the straw that breaks the camel's back. Now we have this coronavirus thing to deal with. Like, even if they had no intention of using it as a cover story or what have you, it's still kind of things are not going great for Disney right now. Like, they had 5 or 6 different closings, and then all of a sudden coronavirus is like, I'm about to end this theme park's whole career. And I can't imagine being Bob Iger right now. Like, you just barely get out the door and everything's crashing.
Well, Sith is saying, this can do permanent damage to the lungs, and that's one of the reasons why they're closing and everybody's in panic and such. So there is danger to it. Okay, I'm pretty sure they're being pressured. I still say that because the thing is, and this is I'll repeat it one more time and then probably wrap it up because I am working on repeat right now, but. The whole thing is, if they were to close downtown Disney in Disneyland Paris, if they were to close Disney Springs here in Orlando, if they were to have closed all of that, then I would say it's because they're worried about people being sick. But they're not. And we're going to have Disney World is freaking huge, guys. It is so freaking big. There are so many people there. And now the only thing they'll have the main thing I should say, because all the hotels have their own restaurants and they have, of course, spas and stuff like that. But the main source of entertainment is going to be that shopping complex. And a ton of people are going to be going there. Seriously. So if they were truly interested in keeping people safe, they would have closed that down. They would have come up with activities at the hotels because people have already booked their stays. People have already gone there and traveled. My guess is for the first week, we're going to be really busy. For the second week, we're not, because people who haven't come here yet aren't going to bother to go to a closed. Oh, yeah, I want to spend thousands of dollars to go to Disney Springs. I don't think that's a sentence a lot of people are saying.
No.
So I have a feeling that the second week before, the week before April here, we're going to see a lot more empty parks. But this first week, we're probably going to be slammed. But that's what makes me think that this is more BS cause than anything else. So yeah.
I don't know if the fact they didn't close Disney Springs shows that they don't actually care. I think that might just be incompetence more than anything.
No, I'm not saying like they don't care about I'm just saying they wouldn't I don't think. Well, yeah, I guess I am saying that because I think they would have been open. I do. I honestly do. That's 2 weeks pressure from outside sources, I'm sure, and they're using it as an excuse.
Yeah, whenever hysteria like this happens, I'm increasingly more willing than I usually am to chalk things up to, Hanlon's razor. Never attribute to malice what can adequately be expressed by incompetence. And my word, do people get incompetent when hysteria has happened? So yeah.
Well, Nathan Cole,
people are dying from it. So
Yeah.
the people, I understand companies being concerned about, public image and things like.
If somebody
people,
died because they went to Universal or to Disney,
not like they caught like the virus, and then things like rumors spread. Like if you go to this place, there's a chance you could catch the virus, and people don't, and then some people might not want to go.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, I'm Purelling the hell out of my hand. Now I'm greeter out at the theater, and I love the job. I really do. It's a lot of fun. They're the same people come through most of the time, and I recognize them. And we always joke and talk about movies and so forth and so on. It's really nice. It actually is a lot of fun. I don't know if the people I work with would think I feel that way. I could come off a little dickish sometimes, but yeah, I really do actually
come off a little dickish. No, never. Lol.
But it is kind of nice. I definitely wouldn't want any of the people, our regulars, actually anybody, to get sick. But the thing is, there's a hand, like a little Purell thing by the door, and I am always using it. I'll tear some tickets and then I'll go. But
reminds me of Adrian Monk with his hand wipes every time someone would shake his hand.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, I'm that
he's
way.
Not wrong in this situation.
I'm that way anyway. Whenever, like, if you go to Disney, one of the first things you do is, like, I've got a magic band, and I would hold it to the thing, and you have to put your finger on the little fingerprint scanner. Well, you're one out of a million people who have to put their finger on that freaking fingerprint scanner. So I've got Purell. After I do that, got to wash up. Okay, well, I'm opening this door handle, the one that a million other people have touched, or I'm grabbing onto the rail, which asses and hands have been. Now you could think that the asses are wiping it clean, but I don't think that way, So yeah, I've always carried Purell to the Magic Kingdom. I've always washed my hands incessantly, definitely before you eat. And Disney is a place where casual snacking happens, like especially Epcot, where they have these food booths all over the place. It's the Flower and Garden Festival, and you won't think anything of it. Oh wow, that looks interesting. Let me go up and let me grab on this, and your hands have been where 7,000 other hands have been. It's I always carry Purell to the theme parks. It's just it's a weird thing with me, or at least it was. Now it's kind of justified, but I don't know.
Well, I think it's always justified. It's just most people don't actually think it through.
Yeah. Oh, definitely, because, and especially with kids, because I mean, I do this a lot. I'm always kind of scruffing the beard, so I do touch my face a lot. And I know kids do too, and they are definitely not the clean. I've seen kids, by the way, lick the railings out there. I'm like, no. I talk to other kids, other parents' kids like that. I'll go, no, you don't want to do that. And the parents will be like, what? What's he doing? I'm like, he's licking the pole. No.
What? Again, faith in the infinity of human stupidity here.
Yeah, they will do things. It's a very bizarre situation out there. It really is. So can I have a minute silent for the death of Doctor Who? I thought that died a long time ago.
Well, it's been on life support for a while, but the most recent episode, which I believe was called The Timeless Children.
God, I heard about that.
That was... It's funny to think that a franchise with over 50 years of continuity and like 10 years worth of, what essentially is a continuation, which is New Who, can be nuked from orbit by 2 bad seasons.
Okay, let's see. Lies are exposed, truths are revealed, battles are fought, and for the Doctor storyline epic emotional series finale, the Cybermen are on the march. Okay, here it is. Timeless Children
Hey, Lindsay, let me sum it up
Story
for you.
Weekly.
Imagine the dumbest idea Marvel has ever had put into a science fiction British TV show.
America Chavez and the Hulk go and spend time at the beach with Galactus.
Okay, let me put this in terms you will understand, Englentine. The Timeless Children is to Doctor Who as Secret Empire was to Marvel Comics.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
bad. That's really
Yeah.
bad. That's horrible bad. Do they have a
Remember
bar?
how they made it so Captain America was always a Nazi? Yeah, that kind of retconning.
Yep.
Wow, that's just really
God,
bad.
I used to love this show so much, and
I never did.
I can't even. I have no words for this anymore.
I never did. Saw someone put a condom on the frame before pressing an elevator button. Those elevators are. Yeah, I've seen people walking around with rubber gloves on. Chris,
I love this show. My dad loved this show, and now I'm about to have a niece. And what is she supposed to watch? This new Who? I'm not going to show her this.
well,
I'm not going to do that to that child.
Just tell her the show.
she can watch the New Mutants, my friend. That's what it's here for. The New Mutants. It's going to be released in.
Just tell her to pull
By her
this
high
era
school graduation
in a cliffhanger, and there has not yet been a 13th Doctor. And then whenever the BBC pulls its head out of its posterior, then you show her the next Doctor and tell her.
Dalton, what do you think about the Doctor?
Hey, John, how you doing, my friend? It's been a while. How are you? You know what? My kids are watching My Hero Academia now. I even took them to the movie to catch coronavirus. I don't know. It was all right. That was the first time Ashley'd been out since the leg broke. You should have seen her. She's trying to walk to the theater. It was so sweet.
Movie.
It's actually all right. I've never watched the TV show except for the first episode, and I was able to follow it. It's like 2 hours long, and that last hour, there's like 1 hour of straight. So. Oh, I muted the wrong one. I muted you and not him. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Hope you're all right, E. Apparently an old Tom Baker episode is racist now because Chinese people are in it. I heard it's racist to say that the virus came from China. It did! That's a fact. You know, I actually heard somebody, and I don't know if they were screwing around with people, but they were saying the word German was using gendered language. Let me repeat that. There was somebody saying,
God, I can't.
The use of the word German is gendered language. It needs to stop. Look, I respect everybody for who they are. You want to do whatever, that's you. The point being is, be who you are.
That moment when you think that the version of Hitler from the producers might have had more sense in their heads than Angela Merkel.
Hail myself. Hail to me. I'm the greatest dictator. Yeah, anyway. There's no greater dictator in the land. The one thing about Nazi Cap was he lifted Thor's hammer. Yep. Well, actually, because they changed the writing on
enchantment.
it.
Yeah. They altered it, so it doesn't count.
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yep. Yeah, that was pretty raucous there, my friend.
Yeah, sorry. For some reason, there's static on my headphones, and that's being picked up on the mic.
Apparently, when you say layman's terms, you're using gendered language and it's sexist. Give me a freaking break. Come on. Am I too old school to it? Well, you know what?
No, you're just not insane.
There's
I'm a Bernie bro, and even I'm looking at this like, what in the name of sanity are you people on?
That's why I tell people I don't play the language game. I will not play the language game because there's no way someone isn't going to get offended. So why should I offend someone else to make sure someone, it's like, oh, if I say it this way, this person's going to get offended. If I say it that way, that person's going to get offended.
Well, and the language game is play to see how long you can keep going.
I think so. And if you ask a person like myself, whoa, what's your preferred pronouns? I'm going to get pissed at you because you're saying I don't look like a dude. So yeah, I don't play that game. I respect people individually. I don't give a what you decide to be. I don't give a what you are. I just will not play the language game with you. If you are a guy, I will call you a guy. If you are a girl, I will call you a girl. And if you transition, hey, guess what? I'll call you a guy or a girl based on what you transitioned into. But if you are full on female, do not expect me to call you a dude. It ain't going to happen. I don't play that because tomorrow, according to the rules, you could change it. So I'm not playing that game. I will not. I will respect you as a person. I will not respect the language game ever. Never once in my entire freaking life from here on to the point I die will I ever play the pronoun game. It will not happen. My wife said she ran into somebody who was talking about they wanted to transition, but they call themselves they and them. And that comes from an old thing where, of course, people say, well, they think this and they think that. And now you use that as a freaking as a singular pronoun. No, it's a singular for a group. Yeah, I don't play that because eventually someone is going to get offended. So sorry, I'll respect you as a person, but I am not playing that pronoun game at all, ever. Let's see. Sir John saying, I hate the language game too. I identify as a giant marshmallow with a hat. Alrighty, you are the Stay Puffed. I think in a disguise from now on, she is known as Stay Puffed. Just kidding. Don't get mad. Let's see. Sir John, it's like the people who want to make Spanish a gender-based language completely neuter. Yeah, I'm hearing that kind of stuff all over. The only language game I play, says Batman, is Scrabble. What about...
You know who likes to play the language game with Spanish, England team? Your favorite comic book writer.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, from Latinx, or however you pronounce it.
Madam Gabby Rivera.
Madam Gabby Rivera. National treasure, Gabby Rivera. Yeah. But once again, I like people. I like individuals. What gets me is, and I've said this many, many times, it's when we're indifferent to all this that there's actually going to be equality. I'm sorry, but somebody who says, I love all black people. Yeah, you're freaking racist because you're saying that all black people are the same. If you're going to tell me that,
you're also saying at that point there is nothing negative enough for a black person to do to no longer be worthy of your respect, which is frankly dehumanizing, because one of the things that makes humans humans is we judge people based on the merits and the quality of our character. If you
I'm kind of disappointed.
If you do that, then you're a twat.
Let's say Batman says someone asked me what I identify as. I said I identify as the person you're pissing off. Yeah. Okay. So I guess it's kind of gone off the rails a little bit. You guys have anything to add to this?
What do you think about everything shutting down?
I think it's ridiculous. Look, I understand, and but the thing is, there have been diseases like this before. I don't know. I can understand the fear though. If this is what you're hearing, if you're hearing that it can cause holes in your lungs and it can permanently disfigure you and it can cause all of this, I can understand you not wanting to go. Mm-hmm. But it's so easily prevented. Prevented.
This is my sort of garden variety rule on it. Fear is perfectly understandable in these kinds of situations, but the exact moment that you let fear take away your ability to reason is the moment that you have become irrelevant to the conversation.
It's a whole thing. It really is. I don't know. I think it's ridiculous. Once again, I think it's ridiculous for both Universal and Disney to close down. And if they're closing down, I'm sorry, but the entire complex should, because all you're going to do is you're going to filter all of these people into very few areas. And that's why I'm calling BS on this. That's my conspiracy theory, of course, is that Disney is using this as an excuse to get some maintenance they should have had done. But Bob Chapek is not letting him because he hasn't been paying attention to what he should be. He's looking, how do we make the easy buck? And it hasn't been working. You know, we've talked about this, Dalton.
We have.
Yeah, the last time. Or were you on that one where we were talking about the Jungle Cruise broke down? It seems like everything's failing. They're raising prices, but we're getting less.
Yes.
This is all Bob Chapek.
I was on that one. Yes.
Yeah. And it just seems to be going more and more in that direction. And I think at a certain point they have to say, hey, you know what? We do have to take some time. Maybe put things on a rolling maintenance schedule. And if you're going to do that, tell people so they understand. Like this month, we're going to have 2 weeks in May, because Haunted Mansion needs its, well, not May, because, you know, do it in the slower months, but you can have it so certain attractions, definitely your big dogs, are down for a couple of weeks for random maintenance, and put it in your advertisement, or at least tell people when they're buying these packages that they know if you come during this time, Pirates Caribbean might not be running because we need to fix it up. I don't know. I can understand the NBA canceling operations because 2 players on the same team tested positive and NBA teams are on the road and traveling city to city. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. I mean, they are, you know, if they're traveling and all that kind of stuff, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a doctor. I'm just a guy with a microphone who likes to yell occasionally and cuss.
Occasionally, he said.
Yeah.
Understatement of the century.
Oh, come on. I don't go old man comics on this all the time. It's ridiculous.
As old man comics in the stream.
It's ridiculous, though, to shut down 4 freaking parks and leave 1 shopping center open. You guys,
I know
somewhere Bill Murray is talking about dogs and cats living together. That's how bad we've gotten.
It's amazing. I usually work during the daytime out there if I have a job. Somebody might be listening right now. Oh, freaking hell! Did you hear what he said about language? We've got to fire him.
Oh no! And then they came for Eggwood.
Yeah. You can't cancel me. You will only make me stronger. Anyway,
until he loses his job and his home and everything he owns because of the failure.
The thing is, I usually work during the daytime, and the springs can be busy during the day, but that place becomes unbearable at night. And now you're going to have 4 theme parks worth of people. And I say that because I don't actually know the number of hotels there are, but they're going to be searching for something to do. And it's going to be Disney Springs. So it's going to be more concentrated now than it would have been had they stayed open. So do I think this is a good idea? Serious talk. No, I do not. And that's one of the reasons. They
don't work on tips.
It may seem like what they're doing now is stopping the hurting of people, but they're not in any way, shape, or form. They're making it more concentrated. Now, and that's the big problem. At the very least, you would have had all these people going to 4 different theme parks, and you cut down the amount of groupings by that much. At least you could.
England team with all the parks closed down, maybe some people won't just go because what they want to experience isn't open.
Well, like I said, I think the first week we're going to be busy because people have already paid their money. People have already showed up. This is I think at this point, somebody get ready to get on an airplane right now is not going to be getting in, and they're going to be arriving on the 15th. I don't know if they're going to. Maybe they won't. So maybe starting on the 15th will be slow, but definitely in the second week we're going to be slow. But that first week, I have a feeling we're going to be busy. I could be wrong. You know, this is I have been known to be wrong from time to time. Very, very seldom, but you know, I could be wrong about this. I don't know if I am. And
well, I mean, you did defend Home on the Range, so.
Oh yeah, Home on the Range is absolutely Disney's best film.
And it becomes time once again for me to trigger Starfleet Regulation 104 Section A, because you are not psychologically capable.
Name the other movie that has Randy Quaid herding cattle through song, sir. None. I rest my case. Home on the Range is the best movie. Name another movie that has Roseanne Barr referencing her breasts. None. Home on the Range, best movie.
I'd actually have to look at that one. I suspect there are quite a few movies where she does that.
I'm talking about Disney films. There are no other Disney cartoons where Roseanne Barr is referencing her breasts. Thank you very much. Home on the Range is the best movie.
I always preferred the British Cow. If we're actually going to be defending Home on the Range, I always prefer the British Cow.
Oscar winner Dame Judi Dench is in Home on the Range. No other movie no other Disney cartoon has her. Therefore, Home on the Range is the best. Yeah, a woman got infected twice. I heard that story, but apparently that happened in China. Don't know if geography played a factor in that. Yeah. All righty. There we go. Anyway, gang, thanks for listening to me rant for a while. And guys, thank you for being there. Dalton, I know you're a big Disney fan as well. I guess this cuts your plans to come down this weekend.
Well, not that I had so many, but it also triggers my people are being unnecessarily hysterical for poorly thought out reasons meter. So yeah. There's that.
And if anything, this live stream has proven that people will read a freaking title, jump on, and then be amazed that you're actually talking about
talk about the thing the title was indicating. Yeah.
Which I guess with my live stream, sometimes I can understand that.
Yeah, if that's not proof of my statement of guys, engage your frontal lobes, don't let your lizard brains control you, I don't know what is.
Yeah, I don't know.
And my advice is to hunker down, grab a six-pack, and wait for this all to blow over.
There you go. I don't drink, so I'll have to get my 6-pack of root beer.
I'll drink yours.
You know what I've been getting into, and this ain't helping my diabetes nor my weight, but we've got those try everything Coke stations at the theater. You know, where it's like 1,500 different flavors or something like that. And they have raspberry Coke. And I was like, oh my God, raspberry Coke. So I pour some in a cup and it smells like ass. It is horrible smelling. It is really bad. So I look at it, I'm like, wow. And I do what everybody does with bad smelling liquid. And I was like, whoa, the light shines down. Angels are behind me. It was just, it was good stuff.
No, he tried the raspberry Coke. And
I'm all over that stuff.
Forever.
And then like, wait, they've got lime too? Oh my gosh, this is so good. Yeah, I was going to kick the Coke habit until I got near that. Now, once again, I'm just one more Floridian with a Coke habit.
I haven't had soda since I was 15, but raspberry Coke would probably break me.
Yeah, be safe, have fun, don't end up pregnant. God dang it. That's something I cannot promise. Yeah. Let's see. No, I'm going through menopause. Let's see. Leave some toilet paper for the rest of us. Can't promise that either. IBS. Take care, everyone. Stay safe, and don't forget about the auction this coming Saturday. That is, cool. That is true. I actually got a collection that had the Power Girl miniseries in it. So, I've got some new stuff coming up. So. This is an historic live stream for Englentine. He actually talked about the title subject. Good times. Well, anyway, gang, once again, thank you very much for hanging out. Dan, I guess next time I thought that was the guy who I worked with. I don't know. I left the link in the DM, but anyway, Dinah, you're invited. I probably promise I won't be, she's somebody I work with also, big Disney fan. I promise I won't be so aggressive on every stream. It's just this one ticked me off. It really did.
One thing I am disappointed about is that at my old college, they canceled all the classes because of Corona. So instead of being down here drunk and avoiding the virus, I could be up there drunk and avoiding the virus.
It's all location, 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 my friend. All righty. And once again, guys, thank you very, very much for watching. You kids have a good time. Good night.
Cheers, guys.
Bye, everyone.